I could see the world as hopeless. I could see it from a place of defeat and sadness and loss, because I've certainly experienced defeat and sadness and loss. But I don't want to see the world that way. I don't want my experience of the world to be one of that. One that I carry and I embody sadness and loss and defeat. Have I experienced those things? Yes. There's always an awareness of that. But even having experienced defeat and loss, I can still choose to look forward to good. I can still choose to hope for good. I can still look around for the things that I can be grateful for. I can still create new opportunities for myself to bring in energy and life, and to really fuel and feed that hope and faith and cultivate it within myself. Not because any of those other things didn't happen, because I do choose to see the world this way. And sometimes people take that as a personal attack and a challenge and come at me for no reason, just because I want to be happy, just because I want to see the world through loving, caring eyes, because I want to feel love. And I get to choose that. If I see the world through loving eyes, guess what? I'm feeling love. I'm feeling good feelings. But if I choose to see it in fear and defeat and the things that have happened to me or been intentionally done to me, I'm going to feel that. And again, it's not that I'm ignored the fact that those things happened. I'm very aware that they did. But in the end, I have a choice. I have a choice as to how I'm going to move forward. And I have a choice as to what my view of the world is going to be as I move forward. And that's the most powerful choice that I have identified for myself, is the ability to choose what I see in the world. Not in denial. Again, I keep saying that because this is not about denying reality. I know, I'm fully aware that the things that I want or hope for may not happen. I know that there are no guarantees, but that makes it all the more sweet and exciting if some shred or piece of it does come along. And I'm willing to do the work just on the chance that those things might materialize somehow. I'm aware that they might not, but you know what? I'm living under that anyway. What's the difference? At least I'm working towards with the hope that something might materialize versus there's a guarantee I'm just going to live as is. And I suppose for some people that certainty may be enough. That certainty of this is the way it's going to be. And maybe not hoping for things and feeling let down. Maybe people avoid disappointment or feeling let down. But I'm very aware that life doesn't happen just the way that I want it to. And that I'm not guaranteed anything in this world. But I've been given a whole lot more than I was ever guaranteed. You know, that anything that I have achieved has been a gift to me. And it's something I worked for. Nothing has been given. I have put footwork into everything, even down to my outlook in this world. Because the people who know me probably also know of other people who did come at me and try to tear it down. And why? They have their own reasons. It's not really for me to speculate. But again, I get to choose. And I want to empower everybody else to choose too. How do you want to see the world? How do you want to live life? Do you want to feel sadness and defeat? Do you want to live in that? Or do you want to live for the chance that something great might happen? And something great for me might be something pretty small to you. But it's still great. Because it's something more than maybe I was supposed to have. Or it was something that was never really expected for me. And if you took a poll of the people who have known me my whole life, I would say most of them would have said very different things, would have had very different expectations for me. Some of them may still cling to what they knew of me to be years and years and years ago, back when I was struggling and suffering and I didn't have this outlook on life, and before the work I had put in had started to materialize. Because I've been working for a long time behind the scenes to everybody else, but I had been years to materialize the life that I have, that started to actually become visible to other people, I think probably in the last maybe 10 years or so. But there had been years and years and years and years and years of working up to that, of stabilizing myself emotionally, physically, psychologically, financially, which is what makes it all the more disappointing to see that, to experience people trying to kick you back down, really. Those things do hurt, because I see what's happening, and I know what's happening, and I know I don't deserve it. And I could say that it's unfair that these things have happened to me, and it is. Unfair or not, I have to decide how I'm going to move forwards in life. If I'm going to sit down in that unfairness, let it change the way I see me, let it change the way I see the world. But in my experience, life is a whole lot better when I choose to see it this way, when I choose to look forwards to what might come, and I put footwork into creating that. I don't want to stop living life. I don't want to stop seeing the world full of possibilities, because it is full of possibilities. I don't want to stop learning new things or challenging who I am as a person to do more or be more, or not that I'm not enough as I am, but to grow.